Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, bringing you Homestead, and it is the Blazing Pedals stage racing tonight. Stage 1 going to end at the end of lap number 48. Stage 2 going to end at the end of lap number 96, and then it's our shootout to the end. My name is Chris. Joining me, as always, my good friend Rick Hammond Jr. Rick, how are you tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great, buddy. I'm sitting here. We watched the Martinsville race yesterday, and I fell asleep. I won't lie. And I'm having some hot dogs with some avocados and black onion or black olives. Man, this shit's good.
It is not good.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not different like some people's drivers in this league.
Yeah, we came live, but we didn't go exactly live because Tim Habiak was up here joining us, just having a little fun before the race started. So. But here we are, and this looks like it could be a very good race. We got about 31 drivers in the server right now, Rick, and we've got we've got a new guy on the cameras there this week. Of course, it's not there now. If I were him, I would be practicing pit road entrance. Just saying.
No, Speedy Gonzalez, he's fine. He can speed on any pit road.
That's true. Of course, we're talking about Aaron Bach over out of TNA Racing. And right now we're watching this is I think the first time this season somebody other than Jamie Walker has been the quickest guy during practice. It's Derek Paulson in the 6 car. Had a great race the other night, and it looks like he's going to be trying to follow it up here tonight in the Blazing Pedals.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I've been here since the beginning of practice, and Paulson's been on top most of the. Walker was there for a split second, but then Paulson went out there, and I think he likes this track, man.
Yeah, I think so. I want to give a shout out to Mark and Sam up in race control, getting ready to make sure everybody's doing the right thing out there here tonight.
And you got to shout out the driver, the number 86. I almost got in. I was going to talk to Mark about it, but weekend got away from me. But Terry Foster is at Tim's second home right now, drinking all Tim's moonshine and playing with baby goats. I don't know what that is. Terry brought one home. It's in his pocket. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that goat.
Matt Gruenberg out on track, third fastest here during this practice session. And the 54 looking pretty good out there.
Yeah, I already won a couple races here with the Blazing Pedals. And Chris, you and I know both. He's a very strong contender out there when he's out on track.
Absolutely. Cody Moore in the 24. Guys, this is going to be a good race. Make sure you tune in and let everybody know that you're out there. It's pretty cool. Make sure you chat with us because we actually do pay attention. And you're going to have to forgive me a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but we'll get through this one and go from there. Yeah.
There's something on track that's going to make you feel better. You got to look at Mike Hamlin's number 28, Chris.
Position, please.
He is number 23 right now on the speed chart.
Oh my goodness.
The original Grey Ghost.
Oh man, look at that car.
Harry's not out there. I think I have a new driver for tonight.
Mike Hamlin in the picture with a German Shepherd too, which, hey, I love it. That's awesome. This season's been it's been pretty good so far. A couple of races with what the admins would call too many incidents, but by and large, good racing going on here this season. And man, that 28, I cannot take my eyes off from it. Wow.
Yeah, it's a good looking car. But you're right, Chris. This is race number 6 here of the season. We had a couple of short track races that were short track races. But all in all, it's been a good season here. Still got a long way to go, though. December 19th is going to be the championship race. And I love how Blazing Pedals does it. Of course, if you follow us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Blazing Pedals on Sunday nights, we got some smoking
Derek Paulson. Yeah, Derek Paulson in the 17. And Brian D is going around. By and large, the field keeps going. And this is just what they call a pit party. And gives them an opportunity to race with everybody out there, kind of get a feel for it. The one thing that you can't duplicate in a sim is that real feeling of driving side by side. It takes much longer to get that feeling here in the sim than it would in real life. And these guys do a good job every week by getting there side by side and getting ready to go for the race. Oh, the 5. That's Rutherford coming off the wall. Of course, we got last season's champion, the 41 of Dalton Kilbro. Really has had a couple of decent finishes, but not a race win yet this season. So monkey on his shoulder as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, I mean, something, we talked about this a little bit here, Chris, especially last week, and hopefully everybody had a good Easter, by the way. And welcome back here to the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Blazing Pedals. But, these guys, all the drivers are under new cars, so a lot of drivers trying to get used to it. I mean, this league, since we've known him, Chris, it's either been the Craftsman / Gander Mountain / Camping World Trucks or the ARCA K&N cars. So, with the Xfinity cars, there's a little bit more power. They definitely drive a little different. I think some drivers are just, they're finding that out, and they got to find their groove with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of keeping an eye out here on the number 10. Taylor Butcher Benjamin has not had the season opening races that he's been looking for. Hopefully going to get off on the snide here tonight and get himself a nice top 3 finish. Watch out for that number 10. He is quick. Sometimes a little too quick.
One thing I noticed, Chris, watching practice, guys are sliding around a little bit. Now, of course, this is going to be kind of a transition race. At the end of the race, it's going to be the lights are hopefully going to be coming on, and they'll be finishing it up under a different track state there with the sun not beating down on it. But looking at everything right now, Chris, it is a nice 78 degrees out there, air temperature, but that track temperature, 115 degrees is what it's showing on my thermometer.
Oh, a 2-car goes upside down. Good thing it's just practice. That's Jacob Hoppy.
Yeah, he landed on his wheels, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to give it 10 if they land on the wheels. Ty Moros goes out there in the 1 car, Amanda Sherman. In the number 8. She's going to see if she can beat her husband, Corey Sherman, here tonight. Corey right now, though, has found some speed. He is running 4th quickest here in the practice.
It's that nice new paint job that he has. It's working for him.
Yeah. How about Joshua Rutherford out there in the 55? Holding on to that last spot in the top 20 quickest drivers here so far during practice. Man, I came back to that 28. I gotta get past that. I could watch that thing all night long. I'm at the driver of the title sponsor, TRJKarting.com, Ford Mustang. It's going to be Ian Habiuk driving the number 16. Hackathorn in one of the brightest colored cars out there. I dig that thing.
And it kind of goes with his picture, too, with them sunglasses and that big hat.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey Campbell up into the wall. Oh, going to be causing a little bit of a big one, including the 19 of Marquis Smith. Marquis Smith, a bit of an up and down season as well, Rick, and he's got to get out of his head. He's just got to drive. His biggest competition is himself.
Yep. I absolutely agree. If Marquise really settles down and just concentrate on having fun and running that race, saving that race car for the tail end of the race, man, he's going to be a weapon out there. But he's got to get there, and it's hard, Chris. I mean, you and I know you get out there and you want to do. You feel the thing about it, and you related to it. When you're in a sim, you don't get the feelings that you do in a real race car. And of course, in a real race car, I think you drive a lot more protective because you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to smash up your car because that means you got a week worth of fixing it. So you got to make really good calculated moves, and it's hard to transition that into the sim, where if you crash, some leagues they use fast repairs they don't here at the Blazing Pedals, but you just start up the next race and you go, and that's something that's very hard for a lot of drivers to overcome. Terry, he doesn't want a White Claw. Trust me, that stuff will. Why'd you even say that, bud? I hope it rains on vacation.
I was just reading that and thinking, nope, definitely not. No.
I bought one in my life, and I'll never buy another one.
Yeah, but that was for a good cause.
Yeah, okay. It's all because Mr. Foster out there in chat, he got a top 5, and I'll never make another bet like that again.
Truth.
If he wins a championship, Chris will get on Discord and he will shotgun 3 of them with Corey.
No.
The championship, bro. Come on.
No.
Terry's got to be here to race to win it, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm telling you, it's a safe bet.
No. Not gonna do it. Looks like they're lining up again to get it going a little bit more. Hey, we've got about make it 13 minutes to go before qualifying, and these guys are getting really ready. I'm digging what I'm seeing here so far. Yes, the track, or the car rather, does seem to be slipping around. I believe it's set up for the long run. This is a transition race. As nighttime comes in, should tighten up these cars and make for some great racing. The trick tonight going to be making it to that spot.
I don't think it's going to be a problem, Chris. I mean, Homestead Miami is a nice track. It's fun. I mean, the things that the guys have to worry about, obviously, I mean, we do have a tire limit here, and they're going to have to save those tires. You know, you don't want to make too many crazy moves. You don't want to be racing people too hard there in the first couple of stages, so you can save a set of tires and save it there for the end, because you know how Mark likes to do this. Now, of course, this is a quote-unquote fixed league.
Amanda lets it float up just a little bit.
Ooh, the 14 came down a little bit too.
Amanda, when that starts to happen, either let off just a little bit or tap your brakes. It'll set the front end and get you turning.
Ooh, 14 comes down. Oh, ping pong. That's David Seats. But again, that's the thing that Mark likes to do with the setups, Chris. I mean, he doesn't want them so they're great at the beginning. I mean, these are long races. We're going to lap 161 tonight, and it's going to be a good one. And of course, David Liam over at Pay to Win Setups does all the setups here for them. So everybody does have the same quote unquote fixed setup, but it is modified from the iRacing official setups. But Mark's pretty good at testing them and making a few changes if he needs to, but always in for the long haul.
We got a new driver on cam, Rick. You kind of alluded to it already. Let's go ahead and bring him up on camera here. That is the driver of the number 44. It's going to be Aaron Bach over tonight, joining the ranks of people on camera.
I can't believe it.
I'd show you Ian, but he's eating. His pre-race tradition continues on.
Didn't make him hot dogs with avocado and black olives.
Yuck. Just yuck. No, thank you.
Well, if you want to be a champion like Kyle Busch,
right.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it.
Hey, let's step away for just a minute. Get a word in from Butt Kicker.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right. Well, we are back and we are transitioning over into qualifying. Let's see who the first driver is going to be. You never know.
Well, while we wait for that, Chris, you just showed the commercial for Butt Kicker. So if you are interested in getting a Butt Kicker system, make sure you use code BLAZING to save 20% off on that order.
Absolutely. As we focus in on the 24, Cody Moore getting set to qualify, coming off from pit road, making sure to stay below that blue commitment cone. There's a couple other drivers. Actually, there's a bunch of drivers out there right now. Matt Hackathorn, Fred Thompson, Ty Morosco, Casey Campbell, John Perkins, Dave Seats, Dalton Kilrow, Jacob Hoppy, Jamie Walker, and Blake Decker out on track. Ooh, Cody Moore lets it slide up way to the wall. That might scrub some speed, but he's got 2 laps. Right on that seam right there that Cody touched. That's really where you want to be. Cody Moore.
First lap in. Cody Moore coming in with the second fastest time so far. Dalton Kilrow in the 41, the fastest right now out there with a 34.03.
Swap over to Blake Decker. Blake, first time out in his real race car this season, had a little bit of a problem. Got some repairs to do, but here tonight, ready to go. Hey, look at that. John Perkins launches himself to the pole. And Dalton Kilrow in his second lap brings it back, 33.751. Blake Decker right behind him with a 33.778. So Kilrow has done what he can. Will it be enough to hold on? Ooh, John Perkins.
Wow.
33.580 for John Perkins. Jamie Walker, 33.677. Perkins has got to have a big smile on his face.
He does. Look at his driver picture. It's a big smile.
Here comes Amanda Sherman in her number 8. Right now, 12th quickest. Let's see if she can move up just a little bit as Tanner Mark takes 12th away, puts her back down to 13th. Incredibly huge process and progress made by Amanda Sherman here so far this season. You couldn't tell that she started racing back in December. A 34.210 for Amanda, and she is 13th quickest so far, make it 14th. As Derek Paulson on track takes second away from Jamie Walker. And it looks like he is going to call that good enough. Aaron Bach over on track. Bach over 9th quickest. Now make it 7th on his second lap. Great qualifying out of Aaron, who's also had a little bit of trouble here so far this season. Ooh, look at this. Jim Ott out there. Haven't called Jim's number at all this season, but Jim Ott, definitely no stranger to being called on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Usually we see him on the super speedways. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, 13th quickest.
Now we got to give some content because I mean Terry, well, he's on his last day of vacation, so I believe he's coming home tomorrow, or I believe. So Terry, have a safe trip back, but hopefully you enjoyed vacation. But we got to give these guys now. Of course, TNA Motorsports has the TNA Shop Talk on Monday nights on Facebook at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to check that out. But they need something. So TBB, if you even want a chance with the number 8, and I'm just saying this, you gotta cut the hair because she likes the bald ones. Okay, just look at Corey. Him bald. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Trying to help the brother out, you know.
Well, on board with TRJ Karting.com, Ford Mustang driver is Ian Habiak. Habiak right now, 23rd fastest. And boy, you know, pre-race, Tim was saying something about maybe having to change drivers.
Well, see, at first I thought he was talking about his boy, and that's what I thought, Chris. But he was talking about Kyle Busch because I mean, I get all eating healthy and stuff, but if you go to Martinsville and you get a Martinsville dog, okay, it's not meant to be healthy. You don't put avocados and black olives on a hot dog. I'm sorry.
No, that's very true.
Okay, pizza. No, I wouldn't even go that far. I mean, I do like avocado. You know, I like guacamole. An avocado toast every now and then, especially with my type 2 diabetes. You know, it's not bad for you. Get some good fat in there. But on a hot dog, mustard and onions, bro. and chili. You want to stretch it, you put some cheese on it. That's only if you want to be constipated when you have your heart attack. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right on track to 19. Marquis Smith. Right now, 14th quickest. Ooh, little bit of a wiggle out of that 19.
Car looks sharp. I love the look of that car. Of course, Michael Falk over at I just said your name, at MF Racing Designs on Facebook. If you need a paint, he was the special guest on the TNA Shop Talk. Learned some interesting things there about Michael. Very cool dude.
Yeah, it was pretty neat to have him on there. It was really cool getting to know Michael Falk a little bit and kind of his process.
And of course, Corey gave me a little shot there telling me that even Michael's, microphone works on Discord. Well, just an FYI, Corey, you can no longer say that because I talked to Mark here during your week off, and mine works fine. Mark actually thought I had a new microphone, but I don't. So there. So 32 drivers out there, Chris. So there's only 2 that have not taken any time here during qualifying. That is the 54 of Matt Grunberg and the 1 of Ty Morosco. Everybody else has qualified so far. John Perkins, man, that champion barbecue Ford Mustang. It is fast here tonight at Homestead, Miami. Still hang on to that pole. And look, I don't even want to say it, but there's a guy who's sitting in second.
Yeah, I mean, Corey Sherman out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
There's Derek Paulson, Jamie Walker, Matt Hackathorn, your top 5 here tonight is 92. I think he was doing something very neat there, and maybe something the 44 ought to think about doing. He practiced coming down pit road. We kid, but the 44 has definitely had some pit road problems this year.
I don't know how Terry's gonna, how do you feel about that? I know you're out there, Terry, and you're probably laughing. But how do you feel about it? I mean, you're gonna have a nice, quiet, relaxing night tonight. You don't have to listen to the speeding on pit roads, the grumbles.
Well, just over a minute to go before we have to grid these cars up. And let's take a look at that race info one more time before we get going. This is Homestead Miami Speedway. It's 1.5 miles long. And we haven't visited a lot of those so far. The proverbial cookie cutter, if you will. Stage racing tonight, the end of lap number 48. It's going to be the end of stage 1. End of lap number 96 will end up stage number 2. Then it is a race all the way to the end of lap 161. Good size field here tonight for the Blazing Pedals. Brought to you by TRJ Karting.com right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Couple of drivers just getting some extra laps in.
Yeah, I've been switching back and forth between the 24 of Cody Moore and the 92 of Blake Decker.
Yeah, I like what Decker's doing. He's truly practicing hitting pit road.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's of course it is easy to do when you're out there. You're the only car out there, and you don't have to worry about it. But once that green flag drops and everybody else is around you, it can get real tricky down there.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? It's time to grid it up. Starting on the pole tonight, going to be the number 33 out of Speed Mafia. It's going to be John Perkins. Corey Sherman out of TNA Motorsports going to be starting to his inside row number 2. It's going to be the 6 of Derek Paulson out of MFRD Racing. Jamie Walker going to be starting his 88 to the outside of row number 2 in 4th position. Inside row number 3, it's going to be 84 of Matt Hackathorn. Dalton Kilroy, last season's champion out of Lost Cause Motorsports, going to be starting his 41 in 6th position. Brian Dees going to start his 17 out of S&M Motorsports in 7th spot. Blake Decker to be starting to his outside in the 92. Another driver out of that Lost Cause Racing camp. Joshua Rutherford going to be starting in the 9th position in his number 55. That's a work in progress racing machine. And another MFRD racing machine. The number 19 going to be starting to his outside. It's going to be the 19 of Marquis Smith. Aaron Backover out of TNA Motorsports going to be starting his 44 in position 11. And to his outside, Rick, it's going to be Corey Rutherford in the 5 machine out of Work in Progress Racing.
And then Hank Caston got his number 36 to qualify in 13th position. Chris, on his outside, it is going to be the 28 Limitless Motorsports. The driver there is Mike Hamilton in 14th. In 15th, the Cyclone Racing 24 of Cody Moore. In 16th, the 66 of Jordan McAvoy, Team AV Plus. Brad Collins qualified his Speed Mafia 22 in 17th position. Next to him is the 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in 18th. Jacob Hoppy got his MT2 eSport number 2 in the 19th position. TRJ Karting's Ford Mustang, that's 16. Ian Haviak going to be starting in 20th. And then we have in 21st, it is the 76 Speed Mafia of Rick Thompson. In 22nd, TNA Motorsports driver Amanda Sherman in the number 8. Jim Ott qualified his JB Motorsports number 7 in 23rd with Randy McAvoy from Team AV2. His 61 going to be starting in 24th. The 14 of Limitless Motorsports driver Dave Seats going to be in 25th with Jordan DeCola in the 43 Limitless Motorsports going to be in 26th. Tanner Marr got his 5 King Motorsports number 21 in 27th position with Casey Campbell of Speed Mafia. His 73 going to be starting in 28th. Nick Okie, Outcast Autosport, his 9 is going to be starting in 29th with the Speed Mafia 46 of Fred Thompson in 30th. And then rounding out that field, Chris, you got the 54 Team AV driver in last race's winner, Matt Grunberg, going to be in 31st with S&M Motorsports Ty Morosco number 1, rounding out the field in shotgun in 32nd.
Awesome. Great field, great lineup as we get ready to go. Green Flag Racing. Do want to give a shout out to Nick Okie, who last night finished inside of the top 8 in NASCOM. If you're looking for a league on a Saturday night, make sure you check out NASCOM. A lot of these drivers are out there, including last night's winner, Mark Arthur, and he does own Blazing Pedals. He's one of the safety admins here tonight. John Perkins took the green flag, and he is starting to run away from Corey Sherman already. Here comes the 88 of Jamie Walker. Walker up the 3rd spot. Derek Paulson up high. Paulson is not going to be able to hold on to that 3rd spot. In fact, loses some. And here comes Matt Hackathorn to try and take another spot away, Rick.
Yeah, right now Perkins, like you said, Chris, starting to pull away from these drivers here. Not very far, though. Here comes the 3 of Corey Sherman, using that mid to low line there to try to catch up to the 33 of Perkins. Try to keep Jamie Walker in the 88 there behind him. Jamie Walker, of course, up 1 position from the drop of the green flag already, Chris. Derek Paulson still under attack by the 84 of Matt Hackathorn. The 84 working that low line on the inside. Of course, he's got the help of the 17 of Big Bad Brian Dees. And here comes Blake Decker to throw his 92 old Woodside into the mix on that high lane right now.
Yeah, behind them, it's Marquis Smith, Dolan Kilroe. A dog named Hank Caston in the 36, who's having a pretty darn good season here so far. Hank Caston battling it out with last season's champion, Dolan Kilroe, looking to take 10th or 9th away, and does. So good job out of him. As we bring up the ticker, everybody can see what's going on for their favorite driver.
Yeah, and right now, Chris, Dalton Kilroe having some issues. Hank working that outside lane, got around him, or the inside lane got around him. Now he's working the top. Cody Moore in the 24 is trying to bite his way into the top 10. And all he's got to do is just catch that 41 and then pass it, of course. And he will break in there. But right now, Dalton having, he's just trying to find his line right now. Right behind Cody Moore, there's a couple of drivers that are racing out. The 44 TNA Motorsports Budweiser, Aaron Backover, was having a little fun there with Joshua Rutherford in the 55. And here comes the 66 of Jordan McAvoy. McAvoy gets around Josh Rutherford right now. And here comes TBB. TBB is working on Rutherford right now using that inside lane. The 10 is going to go around the 55 without a problem. And here comes one of the brothers. Here comes Corey. Corey's going to put his 5 down below on that inside lane as Taylor the Butcher Benjamin moves up and kind of blocks the 55 there. That was kind of a a strange thing. And of course, right behind these drivers in 17th position is the 16 TRJ Karting.com Ford Mustang of Ian Habiak. Habiak up 3 positions since the drop of this green flag already, Chris. 5 laps in, slowly moving his way. And I was a little worried about Ian because, of course, we talked to Tim right before we went live, and Tim said that Ian said it might be an early night for him, but right now the 16 looking pretty good here 6 laps in.
Well, if you look over at Ian, he is ready to race here tonight. He has got his helmet on. The focus is there in the eyes. You can see it. And the kid came to race. Let's see what happens with the 16 here tonight. Back up front, Corey Sherman has taken over the race lead in his number 3, and Jamie Walker's picked up 2nd spot, and that puts our pole sitter back to 3rd. John Perkins had the pole right now, running in 3rd spot. Derek Paulson behind him, going to try and get to the back bumper at the beginnings of 1 and 2 here. Can't quite get there. Perkins running the inside line. Derek Paulson running way up on track. A very different line here for the 6 car.
We kind of missed it, Chris, because we were running through. But yeah, that was on lap number 4. Corey Sherman went down onto the inside lane to get around the 33. And a nice, clean, easy pass there coming out of 2, heading down the backstretch there. So good job for TNA Motorsports driver number 3 there. I think the red and black are working for you, brother.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look at that pass, Rick, real quick.
Yeah.
As we see it, the 3 car right past the start-finish line, heading into turns 1 and 2. And Corey Sherman went down low, and that's what gave him the ability to take over the race lead. Back alive now, and we're watching Derek Paulson in the 3rd spot as John Perkins continues to falter backwards in his 33.
Now, it's kind of no surprise that the 3 of the Shermanator, I mean, it is because he's driving a Toyota, but hey, we'll let that go past now since he's leading right now. But, we had a chance to talk to Corey, and I know you and I, and Terry, and, we talked with these folks a lot more this season. So it's kind of interesting now. I know that Corey has been very excited about the races that have been coming up with Homestead, and then, we have Texas. Very excited. Both the Shermans are excited about Texas. So no surprise that 3 leading early on this thing.
Yeah, he's one of those drivers that just feels like he's due. He's been racing very well this season. Doesn't really have the finishes to go with it, but that's not always the driver's fault. I want to go ahead and thank everybody out there in YouTube for coming on over the Turn 3 Racing Network. You are watching the Blazing Pedals here tonight live at Miami Homestead Speedway. Corey Sherman out front. His best lap time so far tonight, a 33.72.
I'm just quickly looking down, Chris. The only person that has come close to that, Jamie Walker, obviously, who is sitting in 2nd, up 2 positions since the drop of the green flag, 33.79.
So it's got to be a good feeling out of the 3 car to not only be in the lead, but have the fastest lap time here of the race. But here comes the 88 of Jamie Walker, and he is on that back bumper. There's a little bit of draft to be had here, Rick. And the 88 knows how to do it.
I kind of wish I had the Jaws music plugged into my Go XLR, brother, because I was going to hit it because that would have been the perfect time, because Walker really poured on the speed there.
Whoa, we got one going. He's at the 17 of Brian Dees. Went way down to the inside, gathered it back up, brought it back up into the lane of racing, and is right behind our pole sitter here tonight of John Perkins. So Brian Dees had a handful, took care of it.
Took care of it, Chris, and it's only lap 13 of 161, so plenty of time still to go. And the good news is unlike John Perkins, Brian Dees is still where he started this race. So not losing any position, and it looks like he's actually going to be gaining there on John Perkins as he looks to the inside here. Brian Dees trying to get around the pole sitter here tonight at 33 Champions Barbecue Supply. And it looks like he's going to do it very fast down there on that inside lane, Chris.
Well, we have a new race leader. It's Jamie Walker. As he goes around the outside of the 3 car, Corey Sherman falls back to second spot. Behind them, third place runner Marquis Smith. 7 positions he has gained so far in this race, Rick. And battle for the race lead. Corey Sherman drops down underneath the 88. This is for the race lead.
And this is exactly what Marquise wants to see, Chris. Let these guys race it out so we can catch up a little bit more. Corey Sherman using that inside lane that we've seen work so many times. You got Jamie Walker on that outside, almost right up close to the wall. The Shermanator back to the lead.
Wow.
And here comes Marquis Smith on the inside of the 88 to put the 88 into third position. We'll see if Marquis is done.
Okay, this is one of those times where we have to talk to Marquis and say, look, you have a fast car. Don't use it up right now. It's okay to go to the lead, but now just drive the right line. Don't burn the tires. Just stay ahead of them. You don't have to pull way away. A little patience. Jamie Walker looking to take second away from Corey Sherman right now. Has it by about a half a car length. As these guys run side by side, that's going to allow Marquis Smith to pull away just a little bit. And now finally, Jamie Walker does get around Corey Sherman. And Walker can now concentrate out of that front windshield. Puts Marquis Smith in the sights.
And you know, Chris, I'm looking in. If you look at the top 7 spots right now, that's Marquis Smith, Jamie Walker, Corey Sherman, Derek Paulson, Brian Dees, Blake Decker, John Perkins. Those guys haven't had the start of the season yet. I mean, they've had a lot of issues. So, I mean, it's good to see them all running up here towards the front. Of course, you know, I could have said Hank's name in there too, but we know Hank's already had a good start to the season. So,
yeah. Well, I'll say, I mean, Jamie Walker, the guy in second spot, while he does have a race win this season, this really hasn't been a great start for him. He's got a lot of DNFs out there, and that's something that needs to be cleaned up if he's going to be serious about running after a championship here this season for the Blazing Pedals.
I mean, one good thing is you won early, Chris, so that way it takes that kind of pressure off your shoulders there of having to try to race your win, but that's only guaranteeing you a playoff spot. That's not guaranteeing anything more than that. And
Absolutely.
he's got some strong competition already in that playoff circle.
Yeah, biggest lead of the race here so far, 0.7 of a second over from Marquis Smith to Jamie Walker in second spot. Let's go back a little bit further to another TNA driver. It's going to be Aaron Bachhover, who's actually fallen 3 spots back into the 14th position for the 44, but handling his business as needed. His biggest catch this year has been pit road, as we talked about during practice. If he can stop himself from speeding on pit road, he might have himself a good finish here, Rick, but he has had terrible problems on pit road, making him finish laps down in a lot of these races here this season.
I mean, Bachhover's already got a win here with the Blazing Pedals over at Charlotte, so he knows how to do it, but it seems like this season, more so than ever, you know, he's decided to have a different race, and like you said, it's on the pit road. And speeding penalties don't help in the actual race, though. But he'll get there.
Absolutely. And how about the biggest climber of the race here so far? He did not qualify, so wouldn't be eligible for biggest gain points. But the 54 of Matt Grunberg finds himself running in 16th spot. Going to try and take away 15th from Corey Rutherford as they dive down into the corner.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and not far behind him in 22nd, up 10 positions. That would be Ty Morosco. The one also did not qualify, Chris. So those 11 positions that he's got so far mean nothing. So far, the race's actual 4 bonus points, the biggest mover is the guy who is leading this pack around Homestead, Miami, and that is the 19 of Marquis Smith, up 9 positions.
Brian Dees looks like he is on pit road for a very early pit stop here in Miami. But pit stops will, in fact, have to happen here before the end of the first stage, Rick. And let's also remind everybody, there is a tire rule here. You get the set of tires that you started with plus 3.
And you know that 4 set of tires. I mean, it sounds like plenty, Chris, but it's really not, especially on a hot track like Homestead. Right now, Brian Dees is done his pit road service. He's gonna go down a lap here.
Well, you said a hot track, Rick, and you're not kidding. 103 degrees right now, the track temperature.
Yeah, it's cooled down a little bit from practice there. I saw 115 at one point. So it is starting to cool off. Of course, the sun's back out now, too. When we started this thing, we were under cloud cover, so it was a little darker. But now that that sun is shining on the surface, we know what's going to happen there. And then, of course, it's going to get better as the race goes on, because then we're going to go into kind of a little nighttime transition. That'll tighten things back up and get them all speedy again. Like Brad Collins also heading down pit road along with John Perkins. So green flag pit stops are starting, Chris. I mean, you got to think about it. We're already halfway through the first stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, watching Blake Decker in the 92. He's moved himself up into the 5th position, up 3, and he's bringing it down pit road. He's one of those drivers. Oh, caution on the field. Oh, caution on the field. Let's take a peek and see what happened. As it looks like it involved the 76 of Rick Thompson. Oh, yeah, just hard into the inside wall. Not sure exactly what happened to Rick, but my goodness. And look at the evasive driving going on there. Oh, man. The 76 tore up. And that's as Blake Decker was coming down pit road, so he's going to drive through. Oh, Rick Thompson. Really not sure what caused that, but wow. Now, caution number 1, and for some of these guys, this is going to be great. They haven't had to come down pit road yet. They're going to come down now under caution. Brian Dees is going to get his lap back. Oh, looks like the 19 stays out. Interesting.
Very interesting. Now, Chris, I just heard from race control. Of course, we know that that is going to be an EOL there for the 76. And as you and I both know, the 76 is out there traveling the U.S. with his wife in their RV. She is a traveling nurse, so wherever she is working, there's Rick Thompson on Sunday nights in his RV doing some sim racing, and actually it was caused because of a VR issue. So I'm wondering if internet signal probably not the best there tonight, or computer just having a little bit of an issue.
Indeed, and the 19 did bring it down pit road, so our race leader on pit road along with everybody else. Brian Dees is going to get his lap back. Brad Collins is not. Ooh, in the 88 with a quick stop there. Gets out in front of Marquis Smith. John Perkins also with a quick stop. As he resumes the race lead. Our pole sitter back up front here at Miami Homestead. We'll be right back right after this. And we're back, getting ready to go back under the green flag here for just the second time tonight as we fell into an early race caution. John Perkins resumes the race lead. Our pole sitter back up front. He's got Jamie Walker to his outside, Marquis Smith behind him, Corey Sherman going to be starting outside row number 2 just as soon as these pace car lights, Rick, shut off.
Yeah, and then right behind Sherman, we have Derek Paulson with Dalton Kilrow, Hank Caston, Cody Moore, Jordan McAvoy, TBB rounding up that top 10. So some strong contenders there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Rick Thompson may be done for the night. Brad Collins, unfortunately, did get stuck that one lap down, as Brian Dees was able to get back onto the lead lap. At 33, look at that field out there. It is gorgeous.
It looks good. 32 drivers starting here tonight. Only 2 didn't qualify, and of course we know that was Matt Grunberg and Ty Morosco.
Pace car lights are off, getting ready to go back under the green flag, and John Perkins is going to lead them to the line. John Perkins, a member of the Speed Mafia camp, Rick, in the last season, he had to thank his boss profusely, even had it on the rear deck lid to let him drive on Sunday nights as he went into the championship run. So John Perkins knows how to get it done. Green flag is back out. They are going to dive into turn number 1. Perkins, your race leader. Jamie Walker and Marquis Smith right behind him. Oh, they're going to split him.
3 wide.
3 wide coming out of turn 2. Down the back stretch, it is still 3 wide. Jamie Walker not going to let it go. Jamie Walker, Marquis Smith split the 33 of John Perkins, and the 19 stays into the throttle. Marquis Smith back to the front.
And right now, that inside lane seems where all the speed is, Chris. I mean, you can kind of hold your own. I mean, we just saw, Jamie Walker got around the 33 of Perkins on the outside, but there is a lot of speed and momentum there on that inside lane right now. Here comes the Shermanator trying to catch up to the back bumper of Perkins right now, as Jamie Walker is looking on the inside of the 19 of Marquis Smith.
Oh, look at Marquis stepping on the throttle just a little bit. He gets a little tight, heads out towards the wall. That's going to give the 88 a chance. The 88 of Jamie Walker at the line was your race leader as they dive down into turn 1. Walker has the race lead as Marquis Smith couldn't let it go, had to hit the throttle, and that caused him to be tight. And he's not done yet. He went sideways coming out of turn 2. Hank Caston having an issue. Oh, he gathers it up. He brings it back on. Oh, no, that was not Hank Caston. Caston now brings it off from the inside wall. My Lord. Well, that's going to hurt his chances here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like the 36 moved up into the 41, Chris, and kind of sent the 36 down into that inside wall.
All right, well, we talked about it already, but Marquis Smith pushed it a little hard. And now that car, not very happy. Oh, the 7 goes around. That's going to be Jim Ott. Jim Ott goes around hard into the inside wall. Caution on the track. Caution number 2. Big time hit off from that inside wall. He hits the tow button. Back into pit roads he goes. Let's take a look and see what happened on his... Oh, here comes the 1. That's Ty Morosco. Oh, Morosco may have had a little bite there. Let's go back and take a look one more time. Oh, Jim Ott he started to lose it, and Morosco got into the rear of him. Oh boy, hate to have to call that one, but to me it would be a racing deal. Nonetheless, Jim Ott found himself on pit road.
Well, it looks like that track conditions is going to start changing, Chris. I mean, we're under heavy cloud cover here right now, so the sun not beating down on the track like it was just a few laps ago.
So saw Hank Caston have an issue, then Jim on. And as Ty Morosco may have touched into him just a little bit.
And Hank kind of got into the same issue as Ott there. I mean, he was just racing, and I didn't really look at it multiple different angles, but the caution didn't come out, so I didn't get to hear from race control either. But he was just racing on the inside of the 41, and I'm not sure which one went up and which one came down, but just a little tap. It doesn't take much to send these things into that inside wall.
Yeah, we still have about 13 laps before the end of stage 1 and 2 cautions in so far. Marquis Smith was putting on a show, but he was letting it all hang out and needs to kind of gather back up. The rear end was really getting loose out of the 19. And we saw him kind of feather the accelerator a little bit, and that made the car get tight, pushed up towards the wall. And he ended up getting out of that situation, but did fall back into 3rd position doing it.
Well, Chris, race control is putting that on the 7 because when he's coming off the corner there, he got a little bit loose and didn't leave enough room there for the one didn't. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. The 7 is out. He has packed his car up in the hauler. So no penalties going out. It would have been an EOL if he was still in the race, but Jim Ott in the number 7, the first person out here tonight. Of course, Rick Thompson was the first one. He's still down on pit road, but the 76 not out on track, but the car is still on pit road.
All right, well, probably done night for Rick Thompson as he's getting repairs done, but not gonna just let it go. He knows there's points on the line. Any position gained at all is his points. So if he can make it back out on track, it'll be good for him. Jamie Walker going to be your race leader. Looks like he's going to choose to restart this one in the outside lane. John Perkins taking a peek to the inside. And how about this driver right here? It is TBB, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. He is one of our live drivers. Let's take a look in on him. Everybody has slightly different camera angles, so I'll move it around. But that's TBB. He's up 8 positions so far in the top 10, running in 10th in his number 10.
And he looks pretty relaxed.
Yeah, it's gonna be about an 11 lap shootout here to end stage number 1. And so far, I'll tell you, these guys up front have been kind of back and forth. Nobody's really been dominant so far. We did see the biggest lead of the race out of Marquis Smith at about 0.7 of a second. Other than that, everybody's been pretty equal up front.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Pace car is going to start moving down track, going to turn hard left onto pit road, and that's going to get us back going. Jamie Walker on the outside is your race leader in the 88. He's the one firmly in control of the rest of the field. John Perkins was our pole sitter tonight. And man, is he proven that he is supposed to be up there tonight. Green flag waves. Jamie Walker with a great restart. Battle already for second spot as here comes Corey Sherman. Not going to be able to get there. And now it's a battle for third. Marquis Smith on the inside. John Perkins trying to figure out which lane he wants. He goes to the outside. That's going to give Marquis Smith the inside lane. And the 19 going to try and fill that hole. Meanwhile, Jamie Walker now with the biggest lead of the race, 0.8 of a second. As these guys racing each other, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what the leader wants to see, Chris. Let them race it out there behind him, and that lead's going to keep growing and growing. Marquis Smith not giving up there on the inside of Perkins right now, Perkins. There we go.
The 19 gets below the white line, almost loses it, and everybody checking up. Here comes the 41, Dalton Kilrow. He's going to make his name known here tonight as he's battling it out for the top 3. Oh, man, what a nifty move by Kilrow to get to the outside of Corey Sherman. And now, Kilrow, who started this one in 6th, is in 4th position. Oh, caution on the field again, perhaps. As Mike Hamlin having issues, we stay under green. Jamie Walker, 1.15 second lead now over John Perkins. And then it is a cluster. Here comes the one of Ty Morosco out of nowhere. Ty Morosco up 29 spots to take over 3rd. What a move. Oh, look at the 19. It's getting loose. He's going around. Everybody doing a great job staying off of him, but caution on the track as Marquis got loose again. And he spins it around. Let's go back and take a look. This one was a long time to develop. You see the right rear lose traction, and man, he is trying everything he can. The 41 may have helped him a little bit there, may have had some contact. And that might have softened the spin a little bit on the 19, but for sure, Marquis Smith sits down on the track. Caution comes out, and he gathers it back up. Caution number 3 here in stage 1. I want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight, watching in the Blazing Pedals live from Miami Homestead Speedway. I guess it's the other way, right? Homestead Miami
It's
Speedway?
Homestead Miami Speedway.
It's one of those, yeah.
We're in Miami. That's down in Florida. That's on the east coast of the U.S.
Yeah. Geography. Still under some sunlight here, but we are going to transition over to nighttime racing before the end of this one. As the 88 of Jamie Walker leads the way. Started in 4th place here tonight. John Perkins, our pole sitter, right behind him in 2nd. Ty Morosco up 29 positions to 3rd. Dalton Kilrow up 2 to 4th spot. Remember, Kilrow, last season's champion. Matt Gruenberg up 26 positions to get into the top 5. Corey Sherman, who started on the outside pole, runs in 6th spot right now. Cody Moore.
I kind of feel bad for the Shermanator too, Chris, because he lost a lot of momentum there when everybody was there, trying to figure out if they're going 3 or 4 wide.
Yeah, Cody Moore, Rick in 7th. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin 8th. Tanner Marr 9th. And Corey Rutherford rounds out the top 10. Pace car lights still on. Should shut off this time by.
Michael Falk, you're absolutely right. I mean, they're all great drivers, but they also all have really nice paint schemes. I wonder who did those. If you want something cool like that, folks, you need to head on over to MF Racing Designs. You can find him on Facebook. That's the man right there in chat, Michael Falk. He will do you right because, as a painter, I'm jealous. I would be happy to drive an MF Racing Designs car.
A good portion of this field It's been wrapped by Michael Falk, and I'll tell you, the paint quality is way above par here.
Way above. I think all of maybe 4, 5, 6 drivers.
Yeah, possibly. All right, Rick, we're going to set up for a pretty quick shootout here.
This is when things can
And
get really scary.
yeah. We got Ty Morosco up 29 spots sitting there in third. We got Matt Gruenberg up 26 spots sitting there. Jamie Walker, John Perkins, who started towards the front of this one. Well, John Perkins started on the pole. What's the plan here?
Go or blow.
Go or blow time. All right, Jamie Walker going to choose the outside lane to restart this one. John Perkins to the inside. Then it's going to be Ty Morosco, Dalton Kilroe. Then Matt Gruenberg and Corey Sherman, your top 6, as we get ready to go back under the green flag for a very quick shootout to try and determine who is going to win stage number 1 here tonight. Marquis Smith, who we just saw have a little bit of problem there, is all the way back to 26th position as he gets ready to go back under the green flag. Aaron Bockover back there as well in 27th down 16 position. So Bockover having some issues.
And, I just want to mention to Aaron Bockover.
Green flag is back out. Jamie Walker first to the throttle, and he is taking off. Dalton Kilroe going to be looking for that second spot. He's got John Perkins to the inside. Dalton Kilroe to the outside through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Ty Morosco. He is on the back bumper of Kilroe. Then Morosco racing like his life depends on it here tonight.
I think they're all racing like that.
Three
Go
wide. 3 wide going through the corner. Ty Morosco right up to the outside. He's going to make it stick. Ty Morosco up to second spot. Wow. That's the second time tonight we've seen 3 wide driving here.
And it worked out.
Yeah, it did. It worked out both times.
And that one machine has the 88 of Jamie Walker in his sights as he's trying to go on. John Perkins still under a little battle there with Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe on that inside lane in that 41. Daddy O's machine.
Kilroe sneaks up, and he is taking that spot. Here comes the 54 of Gruenberg. Gruenberg going to try and stay on the inside lane. Look at that, the 17 of Brian Dees. It wasn't that long ago. Brian Dees a lap down now, right back up into the mix of things, sitting in 6th spot.
Yeah, trying to break back into the top 5 again. Of course, on his outside the 3 is Corey Sherman. Sherman's no stranger. He's led a few of these laps here tonight.
Battle for the race lead. It's Ty Morosco going to the front. Ty Morosco going to try and win stage 1. He crosses the start-finish line. Caution should come out. And there it is. Our stage 1 winner going to be Ty Morosco in the 1 machine. My goodness. What a first stage. And now all they have to do, Rick, is gather it up and do it again.
That's right.
Wow. Congratulations, Ty Morosco, up 31 spots in 48 short laps to take over the race lead. My goodness. Well, very, very good first stage. 3 cautions.
Yeah, a couple of little rough patches, but that's going to happen. I mean, it is a hot track, so. And you know as well as I do, Chris, I mean, the way that Mark likes the setups done for the league, that they don't come in at the beginning. So I mean, these guys, all the drivers are driving with a crazy car. You know, something that's not quite dialed in. They still got a ways to go. Lap 50 and 161. Congrats to Ty. I mean, that's just amazing. Now, Ty, if you actually went out there and put forth some kind of nice little qualifying run, you could have had the biggest mover for stage 1 too.
Hey, last time we checked in on the temperature, Rick, it was 103 on the track, now down to 97.
Yeah,
so that
cooling.
track is definitely cooling down.
And even a couple of degrees, Chris. I mean, we talk about this so much on this broadcast, but it is true that, you know, just a couple of degrees on the track temperature really messes with the handling of the car and how it feels. And you know, some drivers, they can adapt to that pretty quick and it doesn't hurt them at all. And some other drivers, well, it takes them a few laps.
Well, Ty Morosco won stage 1, but he's going to come off, it looks like, in 6th position behind Jamie Walker as Brian Dees, Casey Campbell, Blake Decker, and Brad Collins. I don't believe they've come down pit road. I might have to double check that.
I'm sure they've been down at least twice at some point, but
Oh, yeah, they short pit. So that's why they didn't have to come down. Yeah.
Right. I was going to say, you got to remember, Brian Dees was the first car here tonight around lap, I think it was like lap 22. He came down and did the first pit stop. So he's on a little different strategy than the other drivers. And, well, it's working for him.
Yeah, there's your race leader in the bottom right-hand corner, Brian Dees. In that Marvel Studios machine. There's a lot going on that thing.
It's a beautiful paint job. Jim, I'm sure he does. Of course, Casey Campbell now in pit road, trying to find his pit stall. Nobody wants to do an Aaron Bach over and speed down to get into their pit or try to speed off. There goes the 73, done their service. Here comes the 19 of Marquis Smith right behind him. Now it's a good long run to lap, what is it, the end of lap 96 there, for the end of stage 2.
Yeah, it's going to be another long run. Nick Okie, I'm telling you, Rick, he is on fire. Last night, a top 8 finish for Nick Okie. Tonight, he's just outside of that in 9th position. This has by far been the best race of the season for him. And it's because nobody can see him in that camouflage, I'm pretty sure.
That's exactly what it is. And maybe that's his, I mean, Okie has not had the start of the season that anybody has, you know, wanted to wish for. So definitely wants a good race. Now, I think a lot of it is because I'm seeing a lot of these MF Racing Design paints on a Ford. Michael, if you need the Chevy or the Toyota templates, you just let me know, brother. And I'll hook you up. It's okay to admit. I'll send the files over. I'll get you a replay. I know what track you like. I know where your shop is hidden at. We can do that for you, but that's a pretty cool paint job there on Okie's car. I like it.
Pace car lights are off. We're getting set to start stage number 2. It will end at the end of lap number 96, and we've got some drivers up front that, well, they haven't been there yet. Ryan Dees and Old Woodside, the 92 of Blake Decker.
I love that Blake Decker is back in Old Woodside. I just love it.
Yeah. I missed that car. I'm glad it's back. Of course, it used to be on a truck, and then it went away for a long time. But now that 92 dressed up the way it ought to be, and the pace car drops off. We're going to go back to green flag racing. Brian Dees, your race leader, and at the line, going to hold on to it. It looks like Blake Decker just going to be content with second spot. Drives up behind the 17. Now they swap lanes as the 17 goes down low. The 92 stays up high, and he is gathering momentum. Blake Decker going to try for the race lead. Decker has the race lead heading into turns 3 and 4, and Blake doing exactly what he needs to do. Great start for him on stage 2.
They might be fast on paper, brother, but right now your 3 Chevys are leading this pack. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, there's Toyota, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Ford, Toyota to round out the top 10. And this battle not done yet for the race lead as Brian Dees edging closer. Oh, we got some action going on later on in the pack. And Matt Hackathorn was involved. Didn't see exactly what started it. Well, let's go back and take a peek. Oh, the 84. It looks like the 19 came up behind and took air off in the rear spoiler. No contact, but the 84 sends it around. No contact on the walls. So Hackathorn went for a ride, but no damage done. And just want to shout out, Rick Thompson is back out on track. So a guy that understands every point counts here. Now, as we are under caution number 4, that has nothing to do with stage racing. And Blake Decker is going to be our race leader. There he is, Blake Decker. And that wild child hair. And again, last night I heard he from his real car, he's going to have some damage that needs to be fixed up. But, you know, he's got to learn the tracks and get some experience under his belt. And I'm sure he's going to be fine.
You know, but I felt like a proud big brother / dad to Blake when I read his post, Chris, that, you know, it wasn't the finish that he hoped to have, but he noticed that something was going wrong with the car, so he brought it in so he didn't make it worse. And, you know, that is hard to do for any driver. But he wants to save his equipment. I mean, that's, you know, it goes back to what I was saying earlier in the broadcast. You know, when you're in a sim, you kind of do some stuff that you probably wouldn't do in real life, just because, you know, you're not going to get hurt, you know, tipping out of your rig. And trust me, I know I've hit in the wall a couple times in my VR. It hurts, but it ain't bad. And you don't have to worry about expensive repairs. So, but very proud of Blake. And of course, I told him there's a reason he didn't have his mason jar. He didn't bring it with him, so it will be there next race. Now, going back to the manufacturer battle, too, that we've been talking about, that I've been talking about, Chris, you know, I'm going through the cockpits of the Chevys, the Fords, and the Toyotas, and quite honestly, I and this is on record, okay, so you don't have to say anything. It's on record. It's here on YouTube forever. But I do like the cockpit of the Fords a little bit better. The dash cluster is a lot cleaner and kind of like minimalist. I like that.
All right, well, let's go through it. There is a Chevy front end. That's courtesy of our race winner, or excuse me, race leader, Blake Decker. That's the Chevy Dash. Matt Gruenberg sits in the 4th position. He drives a Toyota. And right behind him, Ty Morosco in the Ford. Which one do you like best? Go ahead and send us a message over on YouTube. Because, I don't know. I think I might actually agree with Rick.
Of course you do. You're a Ford guy.
Well, no, listen, I call a spade a spade.
But seriously, yeah.
I definitely don't like the Toyota. It kind of seems like it's all over the place.
If it wasn't for the switches on the, I don't know. I just, it's a little cleaner. You know, the Toyotas ain't bad, but those switches over on the far left, those drive me nuts. And you can't really see the clusters all that well. from behind the wheel. And now you go into a Ford, everything. I mean, you might have a hard time seeing them, but they're all right there in a nice, tight package. So, folks, if you're looking in to get into an Xfinity car and you don't like clutter, the Ford's the way to go. You can put Chevy bow ties on them. Trust me, I've done plenty of ARCA cars with different badges other than Chevy. It's doable.
Good conversation going on in YouTube. All right. Well, hey, listen, not everybody is a Ford fan, but not everybody is a Toyota or Chevy fan either. Either way, we appreciate
next season
it.
in NASCAR, we get Hondas coming, the Civics, and we have the Nismo Maximus coming also.
All right, Blake Decker, your race leader up on top, and we go back into green flag racing. A little bit of a wiggle there out of the 92, but all is good out of the Decker camp. And as these guys come up to full song, heading through turns 1 and 2, Brian D's down to the inside, along with Jamie Walker right behind him. Watch out for Matt Grunberg to the top side. Grunberg taking a spot away from Jamie Walker. The 88, the 54, battling it out. Here comes the 41 to the inside. That's Dalton Kilroe. He's going to go side by side with Ty Morosco. And they stay there. Meanwhile, Brian Dees takes the lead over Rick from Blake Decker.
Chris Pettit lost our Drusilla, went down into the live spotting channel with Tim and Ian. Ian's doing some crazy moves out there right now.
Well, let's go back.
Ian Habiak in 22nd position. He's making that Ford Mustang work wherever he wants to put it.
Well, let's see just how fast this Ford can go. As he did fall way back into the field and just trying to get back up to where he started. Has to get one more spot to do it. He has. Put Ian Habiak back into that 20th spot, right where he started this race. Oh man, I just saw Derek Paulson, the front end of his car, all tore up.
As I said, there is no front end on the 6.
Yeah, front clip is missing. There it is. That'll certainly hurt his long straightaway speed, but as I say that, he's actually going around Nick Okie. Sometimes it's all about talent, Rick, and up front, there's plenty of it. Brian Dees, Blake Decker leading the way. Battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Three-way battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Here comes Marquis Smith making it 3 wide, and he's going to do it again and again. Marquis Smith out of nowhere, back up into the 7th spot and looking for more.
Hey, Ty Morosco getting a little blinking issue going on there with the 1.
Marquis Smith is fast, but how much is this tearing up his equipment? Up the 3rd spot now is the 19. Battle behind him. Ty Morosco was in the middle. He thought better of it. My word.
And now would be a good time for Marquis Smith to take a deep breath. He's got one heck of a race to get to the back bumper of the 92 Old Woodside. Almost 3.5 seconds behind right now.
Yeah, that battle going to be a long way before we see anything there. But, man, these guys back here are just racing their hearts out. How about the Butcher? Butcher Benjamin in that 10 Mountain Dew. He is up 11 spots in the 7th place, doing exactly what he needs to do to get this season righted. Are we 3 wide again? Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
This hasn't worked out too well. Actually, we haven't had any problems with it, but what I was going to say is it hasn't worked out too good for the guy in the middle. This time, Perkins just keeps the foot on the floor, and he is able to pull forward. So no position loss there for him.
I was going to go after Matt Gruenberg. Perkins clears the 54. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in the 10. Follow him now. Here comes Corey Sherman in the 3, following the Butcher.
Yeah, fancy move out of the 3 car to hold that spot, or to get that spot rather.
I'm telling you, he's got a helping hand with pushing that car tonight. With them black and red colors. Even though he wasn't a Toyota guy.
Tanner Marr in the 21, up 17 spots into the top 10, and he is trying to get by Matt Gruenberg.
I think he's going to do it. He's holding a lot of momentum there on that outside lane, Chris. The 21 butt kicker machine gets around the 54. And Tanner Marr, something who we haven't really talked, about too much here tonight. So 21 coming in here mid-pack of the race. Inside now the top 10. Got his sights on the 1 of Morosco. Chris, last time we checked in on Ian Habiak, he was down there in the 20th position. Right now, the 16 TRJ Karting Ford Mustang is sitting in 12th.
Yeah, he's sitting in 12th, but a little bit of damage to the right front. As we see the hood folded up just a little bit on that 16. Doesn't seem to be affecting the speed at all. But just something to watch out for as he is following Derek Paulson, and why not? Derek Paulson, even without that front clip, is doing a heck of a job. Almost back inside the top 10 for the 6 machine. Good long green flag run going right now with Brian Dees, your race leader. Blake Decker in second, Marquis Smith in third, trying to close the gap down. At one point, it was about, 3.5 seconds to the second spot? Now at 1.9. Just watch those tires. Corey Sherman sits in the 4th spot with John Perkins right behind him, with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin peeking to the inside. The Butcher in 6th spot. He's up 12 positions. Wouldn't mind making a 13 to get around Perkins. Rick, I want to go further back into the field and look in on Amanda Sherman, her husband, doing a great job here tonight. Corey running in 4th spot, and I'll tell you, Amanda's doing a pretty good job tonight as well. Up 3 spots so far, running in 19th.
And she's been in a couple of gaggles, Chris, where, she had a lot of drivers around her, and she just held her own, did what what Amanda does so well. Like you said earlier in the beginning of the broadcast, hard to believe, she only started last December. And here she is. She's got a lot of confidence. Of course, we see that every Monday night when we watch the TNA Shop Talk on Facebook with TNA Motorsports. And she's definitely coming into her own. And this is surprising, too. Something to remember is that this is her first actual race besides any kind of practice or anything at Homestead. She had to download it and actually get on and practice. So doing a heck of a job. She's up 3 positions from the start of the thing. So she's doing all right. And it's just amazing. Of course, Blake Deckard, he has peeled off now, and he is going down pit road. So we're starting to see some green flag pit stops at 28, and Mike Hamilton also in pit road. So right now, Brian D's still trying to figure out what he's going to do. He is going to come in also. So leader coming down pit road. And Marquis Smith stays out, Chris.
Marquis Smith takes over the race lead, and as everybody in front of him brings it down pit road. The 19 was very, very fast in that first half of stage number 2, Rick, but at what cost? Are the tires going to be able to make it? We've already seen them go around once here tonight.
Well, that's the thing. Overdriving just a little too much, you know. I mean, trying to abuse those equipment just enough where he's having issues. But right now, looking pretty there. He is up 9 positions. We're back under cloud cover here at Homestead, Miami. And here comes, no, he's going to stay out again. I figured he would have came down, but he's ready to go.
Big news. Looks like Blake Decker might be done for the night. Saw him messing around with his in-car camera, Rick, and all of a sudden it is gone. So Blake Decker might be done for the night in that number 92.
And I can confirm, Chris, he is packing that 92 old Woodside into the hauler there, getting ready for next week. Get that car back to the shop and get it all ready. That's unfortunate there for the 92. He is looking good tonight.
So Marquis Smith leads this one with Corey Sherman right behind him. Up 15 spots, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Up 28 spots. In 4th spot is Ty Morosco. Tanner Marr in 5th, up 22. Some big movers in the top 5 here.
It's going to be interesting to see when they get on pit road, Chris, who's going to come down. When they do, Marquis Smith, Corey Sherman is coming down pit road now.
All right, Corey Sherman peels it down. He's going to give up 2nd spot, at least for now, Rick. And you never know what's going to happen. These guys have the potential of taking some tires if they haven't. And boy, will they be fast if they do. There is some severe drop off here as far as speeds go. And we'll give you a, for instance, last lap for our race leader, 34.72. His best lap time tonight of 33.70. That's 1 second per lap, the differential, as he brings it down pit road. Marquis Smith says enough is enough. I need some fuel. That gives the lead over to Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. The Butcher now up 17 spots, so lead this one. Last time he was on pit road, lap number 50. So it's been a little while, Rick. I'd expect him to peel off very soon.
Yeah, the top 4 have not come down pit road since lap 50.
That's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Tom Orozco, Tanner Marr, Derek Paulson. And look at that, Ian Habiak into the top 5. All he had to do was get behind Paulson. We know that car is breaking the air up big time.
Big time.
No aerodynamics there. See what a good paint job will do for you, ladies and gentlemen. It'll make you go fast no matter how much damage you have. MF Racing Designs. If you haven't gotten an MF Racing Designs paint yet, make sure you ask Michael Falk, and you too will be as fast as Derek Paulson with no nose clip needed. Can't think of a better thing to say about that, Rick. That's
No,
it's got to be the paint job.
it's the power of the Sasquatch.
Ian Haviak sitting in the 5th spot, up 15 positions. So Ian doing a great job here tonight. Last time he was on pit road, let's take a peek. It looks like lap number 56. So he's got a few more laps than those ahead of him do before he'd have to come down pit road. And let's remember that stage 2 going to end at the end of lap number 96.
I think somebody should radio into Taylor the Butcher Benjamin and let him know that. He is pushing that thing.
Well, I mean, you got to push. You got guys coming down pit road. You don't know if they're going to be coming out with tires or not. You definitely can't let off that throttle.
I just heard in on the race chatter that Tanner Marr is going to be bringing his 21 down pit road next time by. So,
all right. Well, Tanner Marr sits in 3rd spot in his number 21, and he does. He drops it down below that yellow line, brings it down to speed. And Tanner Marr hits pit road. That brings Ian Habiak up to the 4th spot, and Derek Paulson, Derek No Nose Paulson, going to sit in 3rd. Unbelievable.
yeah, it looks like the 6 is handling well, Chris. I mean, yeah,
There's
of course,
nothing
you know,
left to it. I mean, I don't understand.
you don't need a front bumper. It's all good.
the rest of the car is so aerodynamic and sleek with the paint. Oh, he's having trouble bringing it on pit road though. Derek Paulson brings it down. All right, so top three: Taylor the Butcher, Benjamin Timer, Roscoe, Ian Habiak. Let's go a little further into the top five. It's going to be Matt Gruenberg and Jordan McAvoy. I think that's the first time he called his number tonight. Inside of the top five.
And of course, the driver of the number 22 Ford Mustang, another Ford Mustang done by MF Racing Design. That's Brad Collins debuting his new paint scheme.
Timer Roscoe brings it down pit road. That should surrender the lead over to Ian Habiak. Look at that, plus 19 spots for the kid, the Hurricane, Ian Habiak, and that TRJ Karting.com Ford Mustang. And he is getting it done here tonight. He can't afford to stay out there too much longer, though, Rick. I will say that. Some of these guys, if they've got tires, Ian is running much slower. Cannot afford that.
Well, you see, the good news is you got Dad in his ear live spotting here tonight from Miami. Of course, Ian might be going, "Hey, Dad, do I got enough fuel?" And Tim's looking at his glass going, "Yeah, it's about half full. We're good." I don't know.
Oh, man. Ian Habiak, your race leader. Brad Collins in second spot. Matt Gruenberg brings it down pit road. And here comes Brian Dees. He was the race leader before all these pit stops started happening, and it will cycle back to him again eventually. But right now, he's sitting in third spot. Marquis Smith sits in the fourth position, and I have to apologize. Oh, no, I don't. Marquis was in second before all these pit stops happened. Look, it's a lot to remember, and my brain is a little foggy, but here we are. Got a lot of drivers down, at least a lap right now, as this thing still has yet to cycle through all the way.
So the good news for Ian and Brad Collins, Chris, looks like the last time they were down on pit road was lap 56. So they did get a couple of extra laps in there. Here comes Ian Habiak peeling off, coming down pit road to get the service done on the 16 TRJ Karting.com Ford Mustang.
Yeah, Brad Collins going to stay out to lead a lap this time. Bye. So good job for Brad Collins, gets one under the belt.
I'm digging the colors on that 22.
Yeah, I was just thinking that's some hunting colors right there. Stage 2 much cleaner than stage 1. Only one caution here in stage number 2 for a total of 4 non-stage related cautions so far tonight. Blazing Pedals getting it done. Brad Collins going to bring it down onto pit road, and that will cycle through all of the pit stops. Brian Dees is going to be your race leader once again. Big bad Brian Dees leading the way.
And now that he's leading again, Chris, I think I just saw on his camera, he finally took a blink.
Let's watch. There's one. I saw it. There's another one. You can tell he's not listening to the stream.
You can.
He is focused. Wow.
He's like most of the other drivers. He'll be watching us again tonight at around midnight, and he'll just start laughing.
I hope so. That's exactly what I go for.
About.
And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. You are watching the Blazing Pedals live right here from Homestead, Miami Speedway. And stage number 2 is just about getting ready to close up. About 6 more laps to go for Brian Dees to try and win stage number 2. And Timer Roscoe, who won stage number 1 out of nowhere, sits in the 6th spot. He is about 8.84 seconds behind the race leader, so would have to really pull something to win stage number 2, but don't count him out. He came out of nowhere to do it last time.
He did.
Oh, we got one going around. It looks like it might have been the 19. and we stay under green flag racing. Rick, you're gonna have to make sure I'm right or wrong on that one, but oh no, it's definitely not the 19.
No, 19. He's still in fourth position.
Who was the ghost car tonight?
That would be that was Mike. Wasn't that Mike's car?
Yeah, Mike Hamlin. That could have been who it was. It was
Mike
a silver
Hamlin.
car. Sure.
Yep, and it's 28 right now, sitting in 14th
Oh, the
position.
3 having some issues. Corey Sherman gathers it back up, holds on to his position, but he's got Marquis Smith right behind him and closing. So Corey Sherman in that third spot. You cannot afford that, buddy. Having a great race here tonight is Corey Sherman. Man, you want to talk about somebody who's just gathering bunches of confidence here this season. It is him right there. And you got to think having the wife doing this with you would only serve to help you with that confidence.
Exactly.
And she's doing great herself. Look at this. Top 15 for Amanda Sherman. 15th spot, up 7 since the beginning of this race. Absolutely fantastic. Good for her. 41 having troubles. Dalton Kilrow as the leader goes right around him. No problem at all. No fight out of Dalton Kilrow. Something going on with that 41 machine. At one point, he was in the top 5. Now Dalton Kilrow back in 20th position. So something is definitely up with that 41 machine. Hey, Nick Okie, the first car, 1 lap down. And he is right behind the race leader. There's a chance here for Okie to get his lap back.
There is.
Top 8 finish last night for Nick Okie in NASCAR. And I'm going to say it again. If you guys are looking for a league on a Saturday night, make sure to check out NASCAR. They do run Saturday nights. The server goes live at 9 o'clock. The race starts at 10. You're normally done by about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And it's a lot of fun. You know who broadcasts that one, Rick?
Yeah, I do.
Sam Baumgarten.
Tonight's race control.
One of tonight's race control members. Oh, the 41 goes around. I knew there was a problem, Rick. And he just went around. We're still under green. Don't think it's going to pop a yellow. As he was down off the racing surface.
Yeah, once Brian Dees crosses that start finish line, Chris, it's going to be the end of stage 1.
Stage two. Yeah, stage 2.
The stage.
Caution on the track. Our stage 2 winner going to be the 17 of Brian Dees. Congratulations goes out to Brian Dees. And my goodness, there might be a little smile there. Almost. Yeah, there it is. There it is right there. You can't see it, ladies and gentlemen, I know.
I think he was letting out a burp.
Well, the camera just doesn't show it, but there is definitely a smile there for the stage 2 winner. Unbelievably good stage right there. All right.
And a good finish for Corey Sherman, Chris. He kept that 3 car in the 3rd position, so that's definitely going to help. He's going to move up some more. And, you know, I wanted to say it before, but we had some action, of course, when we're talking about Corey and then Amanda. Of course, they're owners of Savage Edge Graphics, right down, not too far from us, Chris, in New York. And we got word that they're getting a new printing machine that is going to be direct-to-garment printing, which is going to make logos awesome. So if you're looking for any kind of vinyl graphics, custom apparel, any kind of accessory stuff like that, or you want to cheer on the TNA Motorsports drivers, there's a spot there. But head on over to savageedge.com online or Savage Edge Graphics on Facebook. Give them a like and hit them up because the prices are good. The quality is good. It's going to get even better, Chris, with that new direct garment printing machine. I can't wait for that.
Absolutely. Everything but hats, from what I understand. And can't wait to see some of the products that they're able to put out. Congratulations once again to Brian Dees and for winning stage number 2. All these cars are running the pay to win setups. If you need a setup, make sure you check out Pay to Win. That's pay with the number 2 win. and get yourself a setup. Get out there and win a race or two. Tonight's action also brought to you by Butt Kicker. We'll step away, catch a moment with Butt Kicker.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And tonight's action also brought to you by TRJ Karting.com. We can't forget them, the title sponsor here at Blazing Pedals.
TRJ Karting.com is your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. Make sure you check them out at TRJKarting.com and give them a like on Facebook.
All right, Rick, right now we are on lap 100, just finishing stage number 2. We have a new race leader. It's Jamie Walker in the number 88. Brian Dees, our stage 2 winner, sits in second spot. Ty Morosco, our stage 1 winner, sits in the 6th position. In between them, we have Taylor the Butcher Benjamin running in 3rd spot in his number 10. Corey Sherman sitting in 4th in his number 3. And John Perkins, tonight's pole sitter, sitting in 5th spot. This race has been kind of exciting. We've had 4 cautions that had nothing to do at all with the stage racing, and it was all in the first stage, really. 3 of them there in the first stage, only 1 in stage number 2. And the trick here tonight is going to be to win stage number 3. You know, Jamie Walker has got his eyes set on a race win, but right now the cars are going to be about as equal, I would think, as they have been since the drop of the green flag.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you're probably right, Chris. Of course, we are getting to that darkened state there a little bit. The cloud cover is in. And but Jamie Walker has worked hard. I mean, you know, he started this race up towards the front. He's led some laps. He fell back, worked his way back up through doing his thing. And you're right, he is one of the drivers that, you know, wants to do a little bit better. Now, of course, Jamie Walker already has a win under his belt, so he is locked in. There's only 3 drivers so far that are locked in. Between the races, we've had a couple of multi-race winners. Dalton Tucker, Matt Grunberg, and, of course, Jamie Walker won one also. So, you know, there's a couple of guys there in the front row that would really like to get the pressure off of making a playoff spot there. Of course, Brian Dees, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Corey Sherman, John Perkins, Ty Morosco, Tanner Marr, Derek Paulson. We might as well throw in Hoppy, Brad Collins, the whole top 10 there. They want to get in and try to win one too, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody wants to win one. Just a matter of who's going to do it.
Now, do you want to go down into the spotting channel there? We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, let's do that.
You can stay on in and I'll watch the front of the race if you want.
Yep, here we go, down into the spotter channel.
Great. All right, clear inside, clear all around. Clear all around.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Outside, door, bumper, clear. Clear high. Clear all around. Clear all around. Clear all around. 2 back. Inline 2 back. Clear all around. Let them eat. Let it eat. All right, contact in front of you. All right, we're still going. Clear all around. You got to run on the inside. Run on the inside. Clear. Clear low. Clear low. 2 in line on the inside, 1 back. Looking inside. Clear all around. Inside. Inside, 1 line down. At your door. Inside. 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 Caution's out. Caution's out. All right, I want to pit for fuel this caution. Pit for fuel this caution. We'll be good to go to the end.
Big time caution as we saw the 41 involved with that one. Let's go back and take a peek, see what brought it out. Yeah, didn't really see it very well that time. Let's go back and take a look one more time here. Definitely the 41 is damaged. That'll be the 5th caution of the evening. Besides the stage cautions, the 41 and the 61 get together. That's Dalton Kilroe, Randy McAvoy in the 61, and then a little late to the party. It looks like the number 76, Fred Thompson, gets it again here tonight. And all this, Rick, while Corey Sherman was leading the race.
Yeah, I was going to say around lap 103, Chris, the Shermanator in his 3 Savage Edge machine went to the inside of Jamie Walker in 3 and coming out of 4. Corey Sherman took it back, but as they're racing back to the start finish line, Jamie tried to peek on in the inside, and I thought he was going to have him in 1, but Corey held him off. So right now, Corey, the Shermanator Sherman Savage Edge Graphics number 3 is leading this pack once again here tonight.
Yeah, great race out of Corey Sherman here, as he's just got to hold on to it for about 55 more laps. That's a long way to go, though.
It is.
Tonight.
It is.
Jamie Walker in 2nd spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin having a fantastic night. Sitting in 3rd. Brian Dees back to 4th. John Perkins, our pole sitter tonight, refuses to lose here tonight. He is in 5th place and ready to pounce.
Yeah, all the drivers in the top 5, Chris, have been in front, at some point. I think except for the 10, besides when the pit stops were cycling through. But they're all very hungry drivers, man. Like I said, I mean, Sherman, TBB, Dees, Perkins, they want to get locked in. Of course, the guy who was in 6th, the 54, Matt Grunberg, heading down pit road now. Of course, we heard a little bit of strategy out of Tim from the spotting booth of the 16 TRJ Karting Ford Mustang, and they had it one more time, be good for the rest of the race. So it's going to be a long haul. Now I've been where Corey's been before, and actually you were with me, and you actually talked me down, because I can tell you right now, Corey is excited, man. His heart's pounding. He's wicked excited. I know it. And unfortunately, we don't have him on live cam anymore. He did shut it off because the Shermans did have a problem there where if they ran their webcams, they would lose some connection or have some connection issues. So good thing that Corey didn't do that tonight. But man, I wish I was there to talk Corey, down like you did me, because you're like, man, just take deep breaths, just run your line, do your thing, and you'll be there at the end. And of course, my competition wasn't as stiff as what Corey's got behind him there. Of course, Jamie Walker, he was the most winningest driver last season in the ARC cars. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, he's won a bunch. Brian Dees, John Perkins, he's hungry. Got some good cars behind him, but I think the 3's going to do okay. It's going to be interesting to see how these restarts. This is where he's really got to worry, because Jamie Walker, we used to call him Mr. Restart, man. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And they're going to go side by side here in just about a lap or so. And hopefully we're going to get this thing back under the green flag sooner rather than later. Nighttime is approaching here in Miami, as the cars start filling in 2 by 2. Pace car lights are off. Corey Sherman decides to take the outside lane.
Yeah, the Shermanator learned something from Walker. He knows that Walker prefers that outside lane. It's going to get interesting, Chris.
Pace car getting ready to drop off the track. And when it does, we're going to get it going again. here on a Sunday night. Make sure you tune in every Sunday night right here for the Blazing Pedals. And for that matter, tune in just about every night, as we've got at least a race or two, maybe more, going here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Your home of all iRacing driving.
That's right. You're absolutely right, Chris. And folks, if you haven't yet, hit that red subscribe button, hit that little notification bell right next to it, because we got some good races coming up too. Chris, we've been very busy. It's been a good summer here for Turn 3.
Yeah, and it's only spring. Back under the green flag we go. Corey Sherman hit that gas pedal, and he is going to be able to hold on to the race lead. It looks like Jamie Walker going to move up to make that turn 1 entrance a little bit smoother. Cunning driver is the 88 of Jamie Walker. Corey Sherman, though, your race leader. Oh, man, Walker comes off from that corner just a little bit loose, letting it all hang out as he is battling for the race lead right now, and he is going to take it. Down to the inside is Jamie Walker. Sherman fights back on the outside. Oh, man, it's going to be tight at the line. It is Corey Sherman holding on. Oh, the 88 had a good run, just not able to hold on to it. Now here comes the 10 of the Butcher. He's going to follow Corey Sherman on the outside. Brian Dees to the inside along with the 88. The 88 takes the lead now. Here comes Dees. Dees on the inside, top 4 on the battle. Oh. Behind them, it's Jacob Hoppy in the 2. And John Perkins, both driving their Ford Mustangs for everything they got. And Walker and Dees, 1 and 2. Corey Sherman back to 3. Here comes the Butcher. Sherman moves down just a little bit, takes that line away from the 10. Up top, it's Hoppy. Hoppy getting it a little tight up there. Going to lose some momentum.
Yeah, it looks like the 3 got a little tight too, Chris, because he was down towards that apron white line there, and then he started moving up there, opened it up there for the Butcher just a little bit. The Shermanator likes that middle line, Chris.
It's not the end of the race yet. You have to run the line you're comfortable with.
Exactly.
This is not the time to change what you've been doing. Give me the last 10, 15 laps. Okay, maybe. But right now, if you're in a pack of cars, run where you've been running, run where you're comfortable, and you will not beat up on your equipment. And right now, Brian Dees to the inside of Jamie Walker. Dees going to try and take the lead over. He does. Heading into the corner. And Brian Dees, here comes the 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. It's Mountain Dew versus Mountain Dew. The winner of that one's going to be Mountain Dew.
I'll drink to that.
The Butcher right now just edges ahead of Jamie Walker inside line, composed of 3 cars. Make it 2 now as Brian Dees lets it float up. That gives the inside a clear path for Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, and Corey Sherman's right there. Hoppy's joining in the mix. Good battle here amongst the top 5. Make it top 6 as here comes John Perkins. Behind Perkins, it's Tanner Marr.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. We're under yellow.
Caution on the track. And again, it's not picking up where it started. Well, let's go see if we can find it.
Well, it looks like the 16, 24.
Oh, the 43 hard into the wall. And that's Jordan DeCola. Now we know where to start looking. Let's go back and take a peek on some more of it.
Yeah, the funny thing is my overlay just picked up on it.
The 24. Cody Moore was behind the 43. Ian Habiak in the 16 right down there to the inside. Yeah, it looks like they might have made contact in the 43 hard into that wall. And everybody trying to evade. do this for one more time. We'll see how it broke down. We got the 43, Jordan DeCola right there. Here comes Cody Moore in the 24. He had a run. Oh, and he moved down just a little bit. Looks like the 16 got tagged in that one. The 9 of Nick Okie goes around. So the 16 may have picked up a little bit of damage there. As our race leader, Brian Dees, leads them behind the pace car.
We did miss you, Terry. I'm glad that you I'm glad you took the wife out for a nice dinner. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that McDonald's was busy. Did you hit Burger King, KFC? What else is down there? You probably got a Sonic, maybe?
You know, there's time for dinner after the race. I'm just saying. If you can't be on track, at least watch it. You know, Terry, kind of disappointed. Oh man, what a good one it's been here tonight. This does make, I believe, caution number 6 on the evening, but
look how good it's been. I think it's because the 86 hasn't been on track, Chris, and drivers didn't have to go around them all night.
That's possibly part of it.
I mean, his teammates are doing better without listening to him complain in team speak. Corey Sherman is the highest running TNA driver. He is sitting in 4th. Then you got, I'm looking down, Amanda Sherman. She's up 8 positions, Chris, from the drop of the green flag. She's sitting in 14th right now. Aaron Bockover.
We're not gonna talk about Aaron right now.
Aaron Bockover sped on pit road for the 6th time here tonight and is sitting in 25th position.
Let's take a look in on Aaron Bockover. His first time here with the live camera. And I believe he got that, especially for like tomorrow night, you know, so he can talk with his team, get in on the interviews.
No more cardboard Bockover?
No more cardboard Bockover. We might actually see his lips move this week.
Now, of course, Terry's in chat. Please tell Bockover to wear his VR tomorrow so we don't have to look at it. That's not nice, Terry. Come on.
Yeah, I get that, Terry. If Mama's not happy, no, I get that. I always make sure, above all, that the wives are happy. All right, Brian Dees is our race leader. Jamie Walker to his outside. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin going to be starting row number 2 to the inside. Corey Sherman on the outside in 4th. Jacob Hoppy up 14 spots in the 5th spot. John Perkins, our pole sitter here tonight, in 6th. Then it's going to be Tanner Marr in the 7th spot. Matt Gruenberg in 8th. Tom Roscoe 9th. Jordan McAvoy in the 66, running in 10th position. And we saw Jordan McAvoy involved in one of those cautions earlier, so a good job from him. Just outside of the top 10, it's going to be the 16 of Ian Habiuk with Brad Collins to his outside in 12th. Nick Okie with that beautiful top 8 finish last night, restarting in 13th. And in 14th spot here tonight is going to be Amanda Sherman. Then it's Hank Caston, Matt Hackathorn, Derek Paulson, Casey Campbell, Mike Hamlin, Jordan DeCola, Dave Seats, the 21 driver still on a lead lap. And here we go back under the green flag one more time. Brian Dees, hard on the gas pedal, holds on to the race lead.
Yeah, Brian Dees wasted no time hitting that go pedal, Chris, but he knows that 88 is fast. And now the 17 holding on down into that inside lane. That's where most of the drivers have made their passes here. Now, of course, we have seen some that made it on the outside, but it seems like that inside lane really where you want to go, and that's where Taylor the Butcher Benjamin's putting his 10 car, trying to close the door there on the 88 a little bit.
Well, let's not forget the 3 wide passing we've been seeing here tonight, where the guy in the middle has not typically been the lucky guy.
No.
But
that's why they call it the sucker hole.
Lots of good passing going on all over here tonight. And here comes the Butcher, going to try and take second away from Jamie Walker. He does it. Oh, he cuts him right off. And now Walker down to the inside, going to try and take it back. Meanwhile, we have a car driving on the infield stretch. I'm not sure who that was.
I didn't catch it either.
But the 88 down to the inside of the Butcher. And Brian Dees is loving looking at this in the rearview mirror.
He sure is.
Every time these guys go a lap side by side, Brian D is able to pull away just a little bit more. The other guy that's liking it, Corey Sherman. He's just got to figure out who to follow.
I was just going to say that. Just the Sherman are trying to figure out who he wants to follow. Here comes Dalton Kilroy back out on track. As the leaders go around him, they're coming into turns 3 and 4 now. The Shermanator still, he's making a choice now because Matt Grunberg's going to close that inside door. If he's not careful, look, he's going to go on the outside of Jamie Walker, follow the Butcher around. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, looking at the last time that they came down pit road, Jamie Walker does not have a new set of tires, but the top 3 possibly do.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing. The only other driver not with fresh tires as well, Matt Gruenberg, who's right there in the mix just past Jamie Walker. So those two may have a set in the bank. We know we got to do at least one more pit stop here tonight. But Matt Gruenberg on those old tires, man, is he letting it fly, the 54, looking to possibly try and win another one here this season with the Blazing Pedals. A fantastic rookie season out of Gruenberg. Oh, the 3 gets really loose. And Corey Sherman holds on to it, but he is going to lose a spot or two. My goodness, I don't know how he held on to that one.
I don't know either, Chris, but he did a good job doing it.
These setups are starting to change, Rick, as that sun getting ready to go down. You can see the orange that's blazing off from the track as the sun is setting. This one will finish under the lights, and Corey Sherman somehow, some way saved that 3 car. Here comes Jacob Hoppy in the 2 car way down to the inside. He's going to get around Jamie Walker, and here comes Corey Sherman. Sherman going to follow Hoppy on the inside. He makes the pass clean, and the 3 with some momentum may opt to try and get to the inside of Hoppy. Doesn't do it. Oh, there it is. Corey Sherman with a nice bit of momentum, and Hoppy gets a little tight, pops it into the wall just a little bit. Hoppy slows down, gets passed by a few. Back to 9th spot now is Jacob Hoppy.
And you know, Chris, this is the time that you want to make any moves that you possibly can, because within a few laps away that sun is starting to set. When you come out of turn 4 and you're looking at the grandstand, the sun is right there, and it's not impeding any of the sight lines of the drivers yet, but it will be within the next couple laps if Homestead holds true to what normally happens at Homestead.
Battle for the race lead. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin takes it down to the inside. He takes over the race lead. The Butcher for the first time under green flag conditions here tonight. That does not involve pit stops. Leads this race, and also Gruenberg going down to the inside. So Brian Dees might be starting to give it up just a little bit. He is on the outside. Matt Gruenberg to the inside. Gruenberg takes the 2nd spot away. He stays down low. Watch out, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Gruenberg going to try and get there. And the Butcher moves it down low.
But look at this. Here comes Gruenberg on the outside, Chris. He stayed right at that little crease in the track there, and it really started working for him.
Gruenberg. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide again. Here we go, the 10 car fighting back. That's the Butcher. Here comes the 17 of Brian Dees. Dees going to be out of it for right now, but the Butcher going to take the race lead back. And Dees has got some momentum. He's got to figure out what to do with it.
He most certainly does. And I was actually kind of surprised that the 17 backed off, Chris, because, I mean, he could have closed that door. But again, it's the respect that these guys have for each other out on the track.
Well, you can't win if you don't finish, Rick. And if he would have moved up to try and take it, I believe that would have caused a caution. So good heads up driving out of the 17 machine. He knows he has a fast car. He's led a bunch of laps here tonight. Just let it go. Come back and race him again. And that time, oh my goodness, the 10 had some serious momentum. He pops himself right in front of Matt Gruenberg. And the 10 is trying to make that thing about 20 feet wide, Rick, as he holds down that inside line. The 54 takes it to the top side. He's going to try and gather it up. The momentum builds on the 54. Corey Sherman right behind him. Corey Sherman, we saw him get very, very loose. He is bouncing back from that solidly in the 4th spot right now as Dees and Gruenberg battle it on for 2nd spot again.
Yeah, Sherman's kind of happy to watch these guys sit here race it out for the lead, Chris, and for 2nd place and stuff like that, because it's really allowing him to catch up to the back bumper of the 54.
We know that these guys are going to have to stop at least one time here in this last stage. It's going to be who can get in, get service, and get off the quickest that has the best chance to win here tonight. The Butcher holds on to the race lead, and he is focused in. Look at the eyes on him. I'm going to bring him right up. He is chatting with teammates, eyes all over the place, checking times, checking that wheel. The Butcher getting it done.
Ian's still got his helmet on. He's doing his thing now. Of course, Chris, that was something that, I was kind of, when we listened in on the spotting channel, I mean, Ian last time down, I believe, was lap 105, if I'm not mistaken. And Tim thinks that they had enough fuel to go the rest of the way. But of course, the leaders last time, Kelly the Butcher Benjamin, Brian Dees, Corey Sherman, John Perkins. We'll even throw Jordan McAvoy into that mix. I believe, no, he was in 106, so Perkins, Sherman, and Butcher and Dees last time down, lap 98.
And speaking of Brian Dees down to the inside of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Brian Dees looking for the race lead again, and he may have it here at the line, Rick. And oh yeah, it's tight, but he definitely had it heading into turn 1 now. Can the 17 hold on to position? Gruenberg moves down to get to the same lane as the 17. We'll see if that lane works a little bit better for Matt.
And some more good news. I've been going through some cockpit views, Chris. It looks like we are under cloud cover once again. So the treacherous sun that usually comes off of turn 4, that hits you when you come off of turn 4, that blinds you, especially in VR, not going to affect the drivers here tonight, doesn't look like.
Yeah,
that's good news.
Just looked out of our race leader's windshield as he came through turn 4, and the clouds doing their job covering up the sun. That's going to cool down the track even more, and these cars should start tightening up. This is going to be where they are the best here tonight, right at this moment in the race. So we're going to see some great racing throughout the rest of this one, as less than 30 laps to go.
And you talked about green flag pit stops, Chris. It looks like the 8 of Amanda Sherman, the 21 Tanner Marr in pit road.
Race leader
also
bringing it down.
Yeah, here they all come.
Matt Gruenberg stays out. He takes the race lead back over. Corey Sherman in second. Jordan McAvoy, Brad Collins, Matt Hackathorn, your new top 5. As a lot of drivers deciding to bring it down pit road. Look at the scoring and timing changes. Jamie Walker among those drivers, along with John Perkins, also on pit road. If you have a set of tires, now's not a bad time to throw them on. Here comes Matt Gruenberg, rolling it up for pit road. Corey Sherman, Jordan McAvoy, Brad Collins all bringing it down, along with Matt Hackathorn. Mike Hamlin in the old ghost car, going to stay out there. And that beautiful number 28 does have some damage to the right rear, and the front end has seen better times, but right now he is the race leader. Aaron Backover is right behind him, Rick. If he can get around him, he gets a lap back. That'd be huge for Aaron.
That would be huge.
Dave Seats, Casey Campbell. Oh, just like that. Backover gonna get his lap back. Now he's got to do something with it. Our race leader right now, though, the 73 of Casey Campbell, Ian Habiak in second spot, Derek Paulson behind him. That's the two cars, ladies and gentlemen, that don't have front clips. There's 3 in the picture, so I'll let you choose.
I'm telling you, you don't need it.
Well, if you have a paint from MF Racing Designs, you certainly don't. The aerodynamics of the paint alone gets you 32 horsepower.
They most certainly. I mean, I saw a SpaceX logo on the clear coat. It's designed. I'm not sure. It cuts through the air very well, though.
Yeah, between the paint job and the tires that are staggered special.
That's all you need.
This has been an absolutely fantastic race, and 24 laps to go. Doesn't seem possible. Looks like we will be done right around the 9:35 mark, Eastern Standard Time. And Casey Campbell leads the way. Casey's going to have to figure out how to get himself to the bottom line. That's about the only thing I can think of, because he has to bring it down pit road still. And he keeps getting stuck to the outside.
Hank Caston's not going to let him do it either this time.
And Hank Caston goes on by. That puts Caston back on the lead lap. It looks like when the cycles through, Brian Dees might be the race leader again. Oh, it looks like we have some more time before we figure that out. And again, Casey Campbell to the outside. Joshua Rutherford in the 55. And I'm not right. Yeah, Joshua Rutherford. He's just holding on to the inside lane. Kind of, well, it don't matter now because Campbell's now clear of him. 21 laps to go. Campbell's not doing himself many favors here by staying out much longer.
But he's having a good time.
Let's take a look in on Brian Dees. I believe he will be the race leader once the 3 drivers ahead of him come down pit road.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, because that's how it's going to work out.
And Matt Gruenberg is right behind him, so something to watch out there. 0.6 of a second separates those 2 drivers. Meanwhile, Casey Campbell still continues to lead on as the 28, Mike Hamlin, goes down underneath Casey Campbell, another driver getting his lap back.
Well, Campbell's going to get a little bit of a break here because the 55 just called. He is going to be pitting in this time by.
Casey stays out on track in that Ford Mustang. Casey Campbell still going to be your race leader. 19 laps to go. The last time he was on pit road, lap 115. 115 for Casey Campbell.
I do believe he's going to bring it down this time by, Chris.
Well, he's down to the inside, which is usually a good sign. And yes, indeed, he does bring it down. Derek Paulson, he's got no front end, no back end. Derek Paulson, your race leader. My
But the
word.
side looks nice, man. I love that paint.
MF Racing Designs. I'm telling you, extra horsepower just from the clear coat alone. Check it in on Nick Okie in the number 9 machine, running in 19th spot. A little disappointing after last night's top 8 finish in NASCAR. But Nick Okie having a decent night here, now moves up to the 18th spot as a couple of drivers make it 17th, come down pit road. Derek Paulson, your race leader. Brian Dees in second spot. Battle for second spot though, as Matt Gruenberg sneaks down to the inside. Gruenberg will be the race leader when Derek Polson comes down pit road if everything happens right now.
And
Polson brings it down. That's going to give the lead to Matt Gruenberg. Now it is going to be 16 laps to go for Matt Gruenberg to try and defend against a hard charging number 17 tonight of Brian Dees. And make no mistake about it, Brian D is looking for a race win here tonight.
Well, I mean, Gruenberg's already taken one race because he's won twice, so he's taken one from another driver to get locked into the playoffs. So now he's looking to do it again, but I don't think he's going to give up too easy.
Now Brian wants this when he can taste it. He's been running up front very consistently tonight. We checked in on him. We saw the focus on his face. And he is all about trying to win tonight's race. We're going to watch this battle as it develops. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin still sitting in that third spot. Corey Sherman in fourth. So a good run out of Corey Sherman. Jamie Walker running in fifth position. We're so used to seeing him win after last season, but fifth spot honestly would be a good finish for him this season. Other than the one race that he has finished and won, it has been really a tough season out of the 88 camp. Lots of DNFs. 54 looks to go underneath Derek Paulson and put one more car between himself and second place runner Brian Dees.
And I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a battle here for third position, and there is. Corey Sherman in the 3 Savage Edge machine looking to the outside of the Butcher. The Butcher hangs on though. Kind of closes that door, keeps Corey behind him.
If you're keeping track of manufacturers, that's Chevy versus Toyota in that order. The Butcher running Chevy, Corey Sherman running Toyota. Don't let the paint job fool you.
And yeah, the Shermanator likes that kind of that midline coming through.
Matt Gruenberg enjoying a 0.7 of a second lead over Brian Dees. The closest battle on track in the top 5 is the spot for position 3. See Corey Sherman trying to get right to the back bumper. Just can't seem to get there right now. And then he runs a separate line, so not taking full advantage of the draft that this track will provide you.
Yeah, it's not much of a draft, but there is a draft. And it does help. The old Daddy-O's machine looks like it almost looks like a street stock out here tonight.
Yeah, it's been beat up every which way from Sunday. And it is Sunday.
It is.
The 41. Last season's champion just can't seem to get a handle on these cars yet. But don't count them out. It's a long, long season, Rick, and it only takes one win to lock you into the chase.
Exactly.
Brian D is trying to edge closer into Matt Gruenberg. Just can't seem to do it. Gap right now about 0.8 of a second, so it's grown. Dees is fast. Matt Gruenberg just a little faster here tonight, right now. We've talked about it several times here tonight that the setup was going to be better towards the end of the race, and the problem with that is you get used to the way it's running, and if you don't adapt to it, you start getting a little slower and a little slower. You have to adapt. Matt Gruenberg certainly doing the best at that here tonight.
And Chris, we talked about it earlier. Grunberg obviously had a set of tires put aside for this last little battle. And he did great with the old tires, but with these new tires, he gone.
Well, it looks like everybody, certainly everybody in the top 10
Had a set saved.
Yeah, put tires on. Grunberg is making them all pay. As again, the closest battle on track in the top 5 is going to be for third spot, and Corey Sherman starting to fall back just a little bit. Gap between those two drivers about 0.4 of a second. Jamie Walker runs in the 5th spot, and he's getting all kinds of loose. Oh my goodness, he's letting it hang out. He knows the laps are winding down. Would like to get at least one more spot. Ty Morosco, how about Ty? He won stage number 1 tonight, has a big blink. But right now running in the 6th spot, a great run for him. John Perkins coming. John Perkins, our pole sitter tonight, right now in 8th spot. And Perkins going to try and get around. He does the 66 of Jordan McAvoy. Now he's only got one more guy to get into the 6th spot. It's Ty Morosco.
And Perkins, he's raced his heart out here tonight, Chris.
He really has. A great race out of that Champions Barbecue number 33 out of Speed Mafia. John Perkins had the pole here tonight. And man, what a great race for him here at this 1.5 mile long track. Ty Morosco again with the blink, but this time Perkins to the inside. John Perkins going to try and get 6th spot out of it. And it looks like right now he has. So Perkins up to 6th spot. Great race out of John. Oh, the 6 car gets, oh my goodness. Oh, big time paddle. Okay. The 6 just let everybody know he was coming. Four laps to go.
Paulson and the 73 of Campbell have gotten into it a couple of times here so far tonight.
Well, Derek Paulson may have let Casey Campbell know of some displeasure that he has. As we're down to 3 laps to go, focus in on the race leader right now, Matt Grunberg, up 30 spots. The biggest climber of the race, but did not qualify. Won't be eligible for the biggest mover of the race, but looks like he might win this one.
Yeah, right now that is actually going to go to, I'm just looking down through it. Looks like it's going to be David Seitz in the 14, or no, Nick Okie, up 16 positions.
Oh, great night for Nick Okie after that top 8 finish last night in NASCAR. To be able to do that. Looks like Corey Sherman has taken over 3rd spot as we've got popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for Matt Grunberg.
Yeah, on lap 3, the 3 was actually able to get around the 10. Now he's just got to play it safe, kind of hang on. Like you said, now is not the time to run that comfortable line.
No, now you got to let it hang. Grunberg catching the back bumper of Nick Okie. Oh, big blink out of Grunberg that time. And Okie hanging out just in front of your race leader. Not a mark on that car tonight. Great job out of Nick. He is on a roll after last night's top 8 tonight. He is going to finish well.
Ooh, the Butcher looks on the end. Oh, wasn't able to do it. Wow.
Checkered flag, man. Here it is. Your race winner is Matt Grunberg. Brian D is going to come home 2nd spot. In 3rd, it is Corey Sherman, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin just behind him. Then it's Jamie Walker, John Perkins, Jordan McAvoy, Ty Morosco. Great finish here tonight. Wow. I'll let these guys settle them down, but our race winner, the 54 of Matt Gruenberg, a great finish for him tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't go away. Right after the commercial break, we'll come back and get a word in with our top 3 finishers. And we're back live, and we've got our top 3 ready to go. Rick, I believe you caught up with Corey Sherman.
I did. Driver of the number 3 Savage Edge TNA Motorsports, Corey Sherman. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, brother?
Yep, I got you guys.
I know you do. Are you happy?
Oh yeah, that was a great race. It's a new paint scheme.
I said that when you rewatch this tonight or whenever you do, you're going to hear that. I think those colors are working for you, brother.
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah, the setup was great. I made little adjustments, just changed the steering ratio and the offset, and I mean, it felt great to me all night. It came in more on the later runs for me too.
Yeah, we noticed that there. And at one point there, you got really loose, but somehow you collected it, man. That was some good car handling.
Yeah, I think it happened 2 or 3 times.
Well, that happens. Hey, listen, man, who do you have on that number 3? Now you have something to talk about too, about on the shop talk there. You can rub it into Terry a little bit because you beat his top 5. Just I wanted to remind you about that. So make a note.
Oh yeah, he missed a good race.
He did. It was great. But who do you have to think on that number 3, brother?
I gotta thank my teammates that showed up tonight, Aaron and Amanda. Wasn't too much talking going on with Terry gone, so so that's pretty good. You know, TNA Motorsports, Savage Edge. You know, go to our store. We got some big stuff coming up soon, so definitely check it out and check out Shop Talk on TNA Facebook. TRJ Karting for sponsoring the league. Butt Kicker. Mark and Sam for race control. You guys for doing the broadcasts and all you do for our league. Pay to win for the setups. Like I said, it was a great setup. I thought it was great. A lot of people said it was loose, but I mean, I felt it was great if you didn't get on the gas too much. And MF Racing Designs, go check out Michael Falk, and he'll make you a Bigfoot design.
Excellent, brother. Now I have to ask you, because you are a TNA member, how many times did Aaron Bach speed on pit road tonight?
I don't think he sped, but he said he was following somebody in, and he clipped the barrel and had 35 seconds worth of damage. So the barrel slowed him down from speeding, probably.
Oh, thank God for those barrels. Put extra ones up there this week for him, so I'm glad he took advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, brother. Well, hey, listen, congratulations.
I also,
yeah.
I got to give a shout out to my parents. I know they're watching, and my in-laws, they're watching. So, hey, everybody.
Awesome. Well, there you go, brother. Hey, listen, congratulations. It was a good run, and I think you're going to bring this momentum. I mean, I know you've been pretty excited about the track lineup for the next couple of weeks, man. So you got a good start after that nice Easter break, and it's good to see out of the 3.
Yeah. Like I said, the Toyota Supra felt great tonight, especially on longer runs, and looking forward to the next couple weeks.
Excellent, brother. Well, hey, listen, congratulations, and make sure to rub it into the team members a little bit.
Oh, you definitely tune in to Shop Talk tomorrow night, because I probably have a lot of clips of myself.
Well, you know I'll be there, brother. Hey, listen, good job tonight.
Thanks, guys.
And that was the driver of the number 3, Corey Sherman. Next up, I got a chance to talk to the driver of the number 17. It's Brian Dees, bringing it home in second spot. Brian, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you guys.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a race for you. You were all over the place. You ended up winning a stage here tonight and come home in second place. What a great night for you, bud.
Yeah, real good race. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, it was a little bit up and down to start. That first pit stop, I pitted a little bit early, I guess. Trying to make it a shorter pit stop and just taking fuel only, and the caution came out at pretty much worst time for me. Did get the lucky dog, got my lap back. End of the stage, was able to take tires. Drove it back up to like 7th, I think, at the end of the first stage. By the way, congrats to my teammate Ty for winning the first stage. And then after that, stayed out, was able to lead, I think, pretty good majority of the second stage. Got the second stage win, and then thought I was hoping that I would have enough to hold off Matt there at the end, but he's pretty quick.
Yeah, he definitely was quick tonight, but a great run for you, a second place finish. Who do you have on the 17 that you need to thank tonight?
I got to thank TRJ Karting, being the title sponsor of the league. I say it all the time. It's awesome what Tim does. Got to thank Butt Kicker for coming on this year. Thanks to Pay to Win Setups for the setup. A lot of guys were saying the setup was pretty loose. I wasn't really having that much trouble with it. If you tried to get off early, it kind of got snapped loose on you, but if you stayed off the gas, did what it wanted, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Also got to thank MF Racing Designs for this badass car he painted for me for this year. It's awesome. I love it every time I see it on track. And thanks to you guys up in the booth, T3RN, best in the business.
Awesome, bud. Congratulations once again. Going out to Brian Dees, driver of the number 17, bringing it home in second spot tonight. Awesome job.
Thanks.
Brian Dees. And Rick, that means we only have one more to talk to. It's our race winner. I believe you caught up to him. It is Matt Gruenberg.
I did. Matt Gruenberg. You got Rick and Chris up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yep.
Hey, man, you came out of nowhere there, and you took another one away from the drivers, man. This is win, number 3 so far this season in 6 races so far.
Yeah, I think it took me a little bit to get my footing in the first few races, kind of learn the strategy of the league and when to take tires and when to not take tires. And I think I've got it figured out pretty good now. So, it worked out tonight.
It most certainly did. I mean, Chris and I, we've had the honor of broadcasting you in another league that you were in, and this is something that we're used to seeing out of the 54 machine, and you haven't disappointed this season. I mean, we're happy to see you come on here with the Blazing Pedals here on Sundays, and I think this is a good fit for you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been having a lot of fun racing with these guys each week, and it's definitely been a challenge in the first few weeks, and it's I look forward to it.
Excellent, man. Hey, who do you have to thank on that number 54 machine?
Just Team AV, Jeff and James giving the paint, TRJ Karting, Butt Kicker, Pay to Win Setups, Biden setups for the league, and you guys for broadcasting, and everybody that tuned in and was rooting me on tonight.
Excellent, brother. Well, hey, listen, congratulations on win number 3 of the season. I know we're not done seeing that 54 being here in Victory Lane, but congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right, and that is the driver of the number 54, bringing it home in first place again this season. That makes 3, as Rick alluded to, and that's pretty good. That's like half the races we've run, Rick.
Yeah, exactly. And, but tonight I think Homestead Miami was a good race. Terry, of course, we missed you on track, but we appreciate you and Michael hanging out here and chat with us on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Of course, the Jim Geddes too, out there talking. And it was a great race, man. I'm excited for next week already.
I am too. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and thank you all for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, we watched the Blazing Pedals, another fantastic race with our race winner, Matt Gruenberg, second place, Brian Dees, and third place, Corey Sherman. Got to go ahead and thank all of the sponsors here tonight, TRJKarting.com, Butt Kicker, and Pay to Win Setups. If you need a setup, make sure you check out Pay to Win. If you want a butt kicker, make sure you use code BLAZING and get yourself some percentage off. And of course, always help out Tim, our small business friend, at TRJKarting.com. Make sure to let them know that Rick and Chris sent you. And until next week, we will see you guys next time.